Okay, well, hello everybody. What's up? I'm just chilling here this evening, drinking a beer. I have a old growth double hazy IPA, 8% alcohol. It's a pretty good beer actually. It's decent. I don't mind it. But anyway, I have a real quick funny story to tell you about something that happened today. So, there's this girl that comes around into the social scene in my area once in a while. Super nice woman, really kind, really friendly. Just a nice woman all around. And she has a tattoo on her back that is 2 feet prints, I guess is the proper way to word this, right? And I say that out of irony because I always wondered, they looked like infant, like child footprints, right? And I know she has two like teenage daughters. So I figured it was most likely something to do with that, but maybe there was like something deeper behind it, whatever. I always wanted to ask her about it. And if I had have said it like in a more elegant sort of way, because she's super receptive, like super nice woman, I guarantee you there would have been just like a totally normal response, normal conversation from it. But I was thinking about whether I should ask, whether I should not, and then in sort of my haste of that, I said, "Oh yeah, just I wanted to ask you about the feet marks." And then she sort of reacted sort of differently. She was like, "Feet marks? What feet marks?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, like on your back, like the." And she starts looking around. She gets all sort of wigged out. I was like the tattoo on your back, and she was like, "Oh, oh yeah, those are my kids' footprints from when they were a baby." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I totally I figured that's what it was." I was just curious. I had always seen them. I wanted to ask you if that's what they were or what the story was on them. And then she sort of got a bit sort of kinder, and she was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, that's what they are, whatever." But it was sort of an awkward interaction, even though every other interaction with this woman's like super positive, super outgoing, like just totally like on point, like nothing really flawed about it, right? And then, but she got sort of wigged out when I worded it that way, and then she was like, "Oh yeah, I was wondering what you were meaning, like feet marks. Like, what were you talking about, feet marks?" And I could tell that she was like sort of like trying to be kind, but also expressed that she kind of was uncomfortable by the way I worded it. And I was sort of like, "Oh," because it was kind of a social experiment, I guess, like just trying to create further conversation about things that you're observing and just kind of take in whatever reactions you get. Like I like to go out and do that kind of a thing. A lot of times it's fun and it's interesting, and sometimes some great things can happen from it. But then in hindsight, I remember thinking, what a terrible way to word something, feet marks. And it was totally like I said it like completely like completely normal, right? I didn't it wasn't in some sort of cocky way or whatever, but I guess footprints is like the correct way to word it, but just in my haste of like, okay, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go for it. Um I said feet marks, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I was wondering, like, what do you mean feet? Where are the feet marks? What are they feet marks on my back?" Right? And so, what's the lesson to be learned from there? That you should always go for it. You should always just do it as best you can and take whatever results you get from it, but understand, well, of course, understand to word things properly, but also understand that in your haste and in sort of your excitement of expanding your social skills and whatnot, you might completely put your foot in your mouth sometimes that way. But you know what? Once you get used to that happening, like I'm kind of having fun thinking back on it, right? So it's like once you get used to that happening, it's almost a form of excitement when stuff like that happens rather than, embarrassment. So this video is intended to just encourage you to just go for it and do it anyway, but also keep in mind how your excitement and haste might cloud how you do word things. And so try to keep that in mind as you go about it and as you do it. And but also get to a point where you can find sort of situations like that fun and reminisce about them in like a more positive way too. So that's about all. I just wanted to share that story. I thought it was kind of funny, and maybe there's a lesson to be learned from it for you guys out there as well. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please come back for more.